Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. The Indiana Pacers came back with a vengeance in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals to dominate the Miami Heat, scoring over 100 points against them to get the win and the cover at home as underdogs. And now going into Game 2, they are yet again underdogs in the NBA odds here at plus 2.5 at home, total of 184 this time. Now, the good Pacers showed up in Game 1. Could the bad Pacers make a return in Game number 2? Only time will tell, as we have seen this team go up and down a lot during these playoffs, but they did show up in Game number 1 with a vengeance. As I said, 6 Pacers in double figures scoring. All 5 starters scored at least 15 points, and the Pacers cruised to victory. Now, I think the Heat will likely bounce back in Game 2. I don't think there's any question of that happening. The question is, will they bounce back enough to not only win the game, but cover a 2.5 point spread on the road? Miami tried to force Indiana to go small in Game number 1, but to no avail. The Indiana Pacers stayed with their big lineup, had David West running around chasing after Ray Allen off of screens around the perimeter, but either way, Miami failed to force the Indiana Pacers to play their style of game, and if that's a continuing case going on in this series, the Indiana Pacers actually have a chance to upset this Miami Heat team. But I do think Miami will at least improve a little bit in Game number 2, especially on the offensive end, where they were having a little bit of problems. LeBron was not as aggressive as we saw in the final game of that Brooklyn series, or the game before, where he dropped 49 points. Dwayne Wade was good, but I think he could have been better. Chris Bosh was very passive as well. The entire Heat offense was pretty apathetic in Game number 1. I think they will definitely up their aggression a lot more on that end of the floor. But on the defensive end, a little bit more worried about the Miami Heat at this current point in time, considering they've had trouble with the Pacers' size. And if Indiana's found that formula to be able to keep that big lineup on the floor, it's going to give Miami a lot of matchup problems here. And even though the total is 3 points higher than what we cashed at in Game 1 at 181 on the over, I think the over could have some value once again here in the spread at 184 points. The total's now gone over in 3 of the last 4 times these two teams have played this season, 1 here in the postseason, 3 in the regular season, and 12 of the last 18 times they've played one another. Overall, in the regular and postseason, the total has gone over as well. The Miami Heat cashed the over at 8-2 this postseason, have been absolutely incredible in that field, and they've cashed it in the last 4 in a row as well. So I'm on the over once again, 184 points. Add it to your NBA picks for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Best of luck to you on this one. Make sure you check out my plays on the Western Conference as well. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.